This is where I was brought up and raised. It's a small village that you can see from here, which doesn't exist here now.
When was this picture taken?
This picture was taken in the 50s when the road was built through here. Before that time, we had a very small village with a lot of substandard homes. You notice I call it homes, not houses. And there was some painting done on some of those, but basically most of those houses were substandard. No facilities for toilets or anything else. And that's why I wanted to give you this kind of background. So we'll be talking to the Housing Authority, and you can see the big development. We'll probably drive around and see those if you wish.
Yes, that would be good.
But I wanted
Well,
to
look
show you
at that, huh?
That's the way it was. I kind of like the way it was. There were a lot less people. We've increased tremendously since in the 80s when the land claim was settled. And then finally we were recognized as federal Indians, federally recognized, so we can be able to get some grants and decent housing. All of that housing practically was torn down. The brick houses and the progress that's being done today is as a result of being federally recognized. We weren't recognized. We weren't even allowed to vote.
Until the 80s?
1957, before we could vote state, 1960 nationally. That's why I did a calendar of all of the veterans of World War II who served there. I did. There were only 3 of us left.
Are you one of them? Were you
the best looking one right there?
Is that you there? Hey!
No, my nephew was the first one killed in action right here. He was the first Passamaquoddy killed in World War II. And I bring those out because of the negligence of this country to let us vote, yet serve a country. Civil War veterans who were buried here, who never received a land grant, and yet...
That's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. That's part of history that people don't know. And it's got to be brought out. Sure, we're making progress. We're making progress on our own initiative. We have people coming out of colleges, getting educated, but still holding on to their culture. I think it's great to be able to do that. And the progress you'll see today is new houses going up. I hope they become homes. Died 5 years ago. We were married 53 years.
Oh, that's
my granddaughter now enrolled in college.
There you are, Joe, right there.
And there I am.
Now, what does that mean, that headband?
Well, that headband is a Sioux wall bonnet. Because when we first started out, we didn't have the traditional. They're going back to the more traditional wall bonnet, which the feathers go very straight up. And I tell everybody we increased in population since John Wayne died. Those are the negative pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when you say the land claim, what does that mean?
Well, the land claims law come into violations of the 1794 treaty. And eventually it was proven to be not the treaty that was agreeable with the Indians, and therefore we settled eventually after a long battle for $81.5 million, which is divided up between the 2 reservations. And from that, we progressed on our own. And then as you will be talking to the Housing Authority and others, they'll give you a better insight than I would, because being 80, my mind doesn't operate as well.
That's perfect. But did these people come back and do they get land given to them? Is that part of the
land is community owned. It's communal land. But
no one owns it. No one really owns it.
No one really owns it.
You can build a house on it, but you don't really own the land.
And as long as you occupy it, it is yours. But if you ever leave for a prolonged period of time, it goes back to the tribal government.
A little different than
it's a little different.
Our system.
That's why when I came out of, I lived in a very substandard home. When I came out of World War II, I couldn't even get a loan through the bank because I had nothing, no collateral.
Right.
The land doesn't belong to me. So therefore I couldn't improve, except I was a barber for a long time, and the more hair I cut, the more money I make, the better I can improve my house. So I barbered in Bangor, Eastport, and I tell everybody I scalped a lot of white people in my time.
Oh, awesome, Joe.